Opelousas man was allegedly beaten while handcuffed to a hospital bed by a now former Opelousas police officer. That former officer, Tyron Andrepont, is charged with 5 counts of malfeasance in connection to this case.
Jonah Coleman was the man in that hospital bed, and tonight, along with these new videos, we hear from Jonah's mother for the first time about what happened on the night she says her son was having a mental breakdown.
How you doing?
Good. How y'all making?
He's mental. He's been in crisis for 3 days.
This is police body cam video. The female voice you hear is Flora Coleman. She went on to tell officers her then 20-year-old son Jonah had seen his psychiatrist days before and had been taking all of his medication.
It only got worse tonight.
He was scared of everything, even taking a shower. He was scared of the water.
You're gonna make me cry if you don't listen.
I'm all right, Mom.
Later in this video, you see Jonah walk himself to the ambulance, get inside, and lie back on the stretcher. He later gets up and leaves the ambulance.
You want your dad to ride with you? You go by yourself.
Jonah gets back inside, and the medic allows him to sit in an upright seat. Jonah was taken to Opelousas General Hospital for an evaluation.
For almost 5 hours of myself, my husband, and my oldest son was with us. We constantly got up, going to the desk to see what was taking so long. And all they can tell me, Ms. Coleman, just sit down, we getting them situated.
This is video from inside the hospital. Outside the door, we're told a security guard and medical personnel try to get Jonah into the room and take him down to the ground where he is handcuffed. Officer Tyron Andrepont, who is facing charges in this case, comes in from the top of your screen. Moments later, the handcuffed 20-year-old enters the room and sits on the bed. Here's Andrepont talking to Jonah. There's no audio in this video. Here at minute 7, we see 2 medical professionals in the room, 1 security guard and Officer Andrepont. Jonah moves forward and a medical professional pushes him down. Jonah tries to sit up, and seconds later, he's struck in the face by Andrepont. At this point, Jonah is still handcuffed.
I watched them try to get out of the bed, and I asked him where he was going. He said, well, Mom, I was going to see for you guys. He said, because they were hurting me.
As restraints are being put on Jonah's legs, the video shows Andrepont putting his right arm around Jonah's throat and pushes his head back. 18 seconds later, Andrepont regrips the throat. Jonah moves around as the officer's hand is still on his throat, a hand that was there for a total of 1 minute and 13 seconds.
I blame them all. They all were involved.
At 9 minutes and 51 seconds into this video, Officer Andrepont puts his right arm around Jonah's neck with his left arm pulling the right. Another officer walks into the room and stands at the bedside. Jonah remains in this position when a person who appears to be a security guard removes the handcuffs, with Andrepont's hands still clenched together around Jonah's neck. He releases the hold 30 seconds later. The handcuffs are not yet off. This is police body cam video from that same hospital room. Medical professionals are restraining Jonah's left arm to the bed, while Officer Andrepont has his right arm still in one handcuff and appears to be pulling that arm behind Jonah, extending it. This is where the videos we obtained end. Jonah's mother says after hours in the waiting room, she was then told her son was in critical care.
Now, we just went there for an evaluation, just paperwork. So how could he be critical if we just there for paperwork?
She says after about 6 hours, they were allowed to see him as he was being transferred to another facility. She says Jonah's older brother noticed Jonah limping and his lips looked abnormal.
So Jonah mumbled, he said, Mama, they beat me.
His mother says Jonah had a busted lip and nose, developed dark rings around his eyes, had shoulder pain, and limped for about 2 months.
They tortured him. I feel that my child was tortured and he was beaten. And these facilities are supposed to help you, not hurt you.